got a soapbox.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daphne, and today we're talking about my 17th week of pregnancy.
My daddy told me, son, don't you get involved in politics.
All right, let's jump right into stats and symptoms for this week. So I am 17 weeks and 6 days pregnant today. I will turn 18 weeks tomorrow. And when I woke up this morning and got on the scale, I was 147 pounds. So that is a total of, I can do math. That is a total of 3 pounds gained this pregnancy at 17 weeks and 6 days. I have gained since last week. I was 145.5. I gained another 1.5 pounds this week, which I am trying really hard not to freak out about, but I can only assume that that's got to be baby and other stuff because, and I'll talk about this like later, but I've been really good this week. So I'm proud of myself, and I am definitely not going to beat myself up about the weight gain this week. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about like how the week went. So I think I did a lot better with food. I feel like I ate better. I've been cooking at home. We haven't been eating out, and I am finally back in the gym this week. So it felt so good. I went to, well, okay, so we moved, so I canceled our old gym membership out in, I was going to a place called Romulus Athletic Center, and it was nice and cheap, but that is too far of a drive. It's like a 40-minute drive, and I know that's not gonna happen for me. So anyway, I joined a local gym that's closer to home. It's more like a 12-minute drive, and I've been getting up in the morning at 6 o'clock and trying to leave by 6:15. So like I lay out everything, I have my protein bar ready, like everything, and I just grab it all and drive there. And then I try to be in the pool by 6:30 and then swim from 6:30 to 7 and then get out of the pool at 7, get dressed, and get home by 7:30. So I did that 3 times this week. And then on the days that I wasn't swimming, I walked a couple of miles. So I did really good with my workouts, and I definitely feel like I killed them this week. So, you know, with the weight gain and stuff, I'm just not that worried about it. And yeah, it's got to be either like fluid or the baby. And we'll talk a little bit about the baby this week, but she has grown a ton. Lily is going through a huge growth spurt right now. So I'm okay with it. I'm just going to focus. My doctor told me, don't weigh yourself, really just focus on eating healthy and getting exercise and getting in as much nutrition as you can. So stay away from empty foods and gear towards healthy, lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and some whole grains. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I feel like I did this week, and I'm just gonna continue with it. And you know what? If I gain 1 pound or 1.5 pounds every week, it's fine. It's not a big deal, and it will come off. And I'm just gonna focus on making sure this little girl is healthy and she gets what she needs. Unfortunately, I would like to report that my nausea and vomiting is totally gone this week, but I had a really weird incident yesterday where we had spaghetti the night before for dinner, and I heated it up for lunch, and I was starving, so I ate it really fast. And then for whatever reason, I had this like really overwhelming nausea, and all of it just came up, and it came up like really violently. And yeah, it was bad. So usually when I vomit, it's just a little bit, but this time it was the whole meal, and it was a lot, guys. It was a lot. So I don't know. I have been trying every day not to take the Zofran because I feel like I'm feeling a lot better and I don't need it every day. But then things like this happen where I go from 0 to 100 so fast. And I don't know, it's just frustrating. And I'm, you know, I feel like I'm almost halfway through the pregnancy. Why am I still throwing up? But it's okay. You know, if it's just happening once a week, I don't even have room to complain about it. So I guess that incident is just fresh in my mind, the spaghetti incident. And it's just not fun throwing up spaghetti. You know what I mean? So yeah. Pretty soon upcoming, I'm gonna have my gestational diabetes test. And honestly, I'm a little worried about it because I have been having these weird like blood sugar. I can only assume it's blood sugar issues where I'm fine and then suddenly I'm kind of hungry and I'm like, I should eat. But then like if I go do something else for a little bit, then suddenly like this weird like slew of symptoms hits me where I feel weak, dizzy, shaky, sweaty, like I get covered in sweat, and it's not a little bit, it's a lot. And I have to literally lay down. And this happened to me like 3 nights ago, where I was cooking dinner for my family, and then I had just started, and I was hungry because it was dinner time, and I hadn't eaten really since lunch, which was stupid. But then I was like covered in sweat. I was shaking so bad. Like I literally thought I was gonna pass out. So I made a really good choice and grabbed a bag of tortilla chips and laid on the couch and just ate tortilla chips. And I had to sit there. I had to lay on the couch, like shaking and sweating and eating tortilla chips, which of course is probably not the best decision if it's like a blood sugar issue. I guess, I don't know. I'll have to talk to my doctor about it. But then it went away after I had eaten, like, but it stuck around for probably 30 minutes. And then after that, I could get up and I felt fine. But it was really weird. And that's not the first time it's happened. It also happened while I was up at my grandparents' house. It happened one time. And so it's happening sporadically. And it's when I go too long without eating and I kind of ignore hunger signs. Like, for example, if I'm like, oh, I'm cooking dinner, it's fine, like I'll just wait to eat. Apparently I can't do that. And if I'm feeling hungry and start to feel like this weird blood sugar, I think, issue, I just need to eat right away. And it just like, I can't wait to cook or anything like that. So I don't know, if you've ever experienced this, comment down below and tell me like, what was that? And was it a blood sugar issue? And if so, was it gestational diabetes? I've never had it. This is my 3rd pregnancy. I've always had the blood test and it came back fine. Last pregnancy, I had to take the 3-hour test because I failed the 1-hour test, and then I took the 3-hour test and passed just fine. So I must have just had like a weird like issue happen when I took the 1 hour. But anyway, I'm actually kind of looking forward to getting the test this time just to put my mind at ease, because I'm like, this is really weird and I feel like it's not normal. And I just want to make sure that everything's okay, because I know if you have gestational diabetes, like obviously it's not good for baby. And I'm like a total wimp when it comes to like needles. So I think if I ever was to have gestational diabetes, like checking my blood sugar and everything, I know that you can get these monitors that like attach to your arm and they like continuously monitor you. I would definitely need that, because there is no chance in heck that I would be poking myself multiple times a day. Like I don't see myself being able to do that. And then don't you need insulin injections? I don't know. I'm just like, I'm a little bit freaking out about that this week and really hoping that that's not what it is. So I don't know. Just if you have any information about that, just comment down below and let me know about your experience, because I'm a little worried about that. This week, my uterus is the size of a cantaloupe, which like things are starting to get out of control, you guys. Like I'm only 17 weeks and my uterus is already the size of a cantaloupe. Like, oh my gosh, I guess you forget when you go through pregnancy, like how big you get. It's like your body makes you forget how just ginormous you get and how uncomfortable it is. And I'm thinking like, man, I am gonna be 18 weeks tomorrow, and I'm like, I already feel huge, like huge. It's insane. And speaking of being almost halfway there, I was just calculating this in my head yesterday, and I was like, you know what? If this were my previous 2 pregnancies, I would already be halfway through this pregnancy. And that like simultaneously feels insane that I would already be halfway to meeting Lily. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm not prepared. Like we haven't done anything, and I need to get like in my nesting gear and like start getting stuff ready. So I think, we'll do like a whole video on the nursery and what we're doing and everything, but I have no idea when that's going to happen. I don't even see that happening anytime soon. Like we have so many projects going on right now in the new house that getting the baby's room ready is like not top of list. But I know if I don't get it done before she comes, even though she's gonna be sleeping in our room for probably 6 months, I know if I don't get it done, it's just gonna stress me out. And so yeah, I need to start working on that. Okay, talking a little bit about my Lily girl this week. So she is 8 inches from head to toe this week, which is, you know, I don't know, I feel like my girls have baby dolls that are that big, you know, like that's pretty big and that's so cool. When you're doing crown to rump length, if it's 5 inches. So I don't know, she's just really getting big. And this week she is 5 to 6 ounces and she has doubled her weight in the past 2 weeks. So that's another reason where, I mean, obviously her doubling her weight from, you know, 2.5 to 5 ounces is not an insane amount of weight, and it's not going to cause me to gain 1.5 pounds. But when it's coupled with like the fluid and all of this other stuff, I'm trying not to worry about my weight gain because I know that she is really starting to pack on weight. And another thing is that this week she is starting to gain fat on her body. So instead of being, you know, just like skin and bones and, you know, really thin skin and everything, she's gonna start having fat filling out under her skin, which is cool. And that's gonna help the skin pigment to turn, you know, a little less see-through and a little more like normal looking. So that's awesome. And then she is also practicing sucking and swallowing this week, so you can see on ultrasound. And I remember seeing this with Nina and Chloe on their 20-week ultrasound, watching them like suck and inhale and breathe and stuff and swallow. So that's really cool. And I am so looking forward to that. So next Friday is not this Friday, right? But next Friday is my anatomy scan, and it could not come any sooner. Like a week and 4 days is so, it feels like so long to wait, but you know, we've been waiting and waiting, and I'm just so excited to see what she looks like. I don't remember, I think they do have the 4D scans at my doctor's office. So we go to Ann Arbor, we go to the hospital, the, I don't know, fetal diagnostic center or whatever. It's just like how Michigan Medicine does all of their scans. You go to the hospital for your anatomy scan. And yeah, so they have really cool equipment. I think that they can do the 4D. I think it depends on your ultrasound tech. I don't think they have to do that or anything, but I bet you if I ask, I can get a picture of her little face. And I'm just excited. You know, I want to see what she looks like. I'm so interested to see if she looks more like Chloe or more like Nina or more like me. And so, yeah, so I won't have pictures next week during my update because that'll be like 4 days before my scan, but I will have them the week after that. So I am so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to see her and like meet her, you know. It's not meeting her, but I'm just very excited for my 20-week scan. And then in terms of kicking, she's kicking every day, all day long. Obviously, she goes long periods of time where I'm not feeling kicking, which means that she's either turned around and she's kicking like back towards my back where I'm not gonna feel it, or she's just sleeping, which I'm sure is a good portion of the time she's sleeping, and just so cute. But yeah, I'm so excited to meet my little Lily girl, and she's getting so big, and I just feel so connected to her and, you know, feeling her move and everything. It's just the best. I think that's about it for this week. If you haven't watched my Shein maternity haul, I will go ahead and link that down below. I did that this week and showed off some of the outfits that I got. This is one of the shirts. Obviously, I'm like, people do maternity hauls where they wear these like crazy like long dresses and stuff, and like I never wear that kind of stuff. Like this is the kind of stuff I wear like t-shirts and like tops and jeans and stuff like that. So that's the kind of stuff that I got. So if you're interested in some really cheap, like under $10 clothing, go ahead and watch that haul, and then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, a like, or subscribe to my channel if you want to follow my journey. And I will see you guys next week for my 18-week update. Thanks for watching. Bye.